rapists continue to rape, and more often than we thought before.
But first, a new perspective on preventing rape, and in the process, a chance to reduce other types of crime in our communities. Tonight, hundreds of previously untested sexual assault kits giving police and prosecutors a better understanding of sexual offenders in Cuyahoga County. News 5's Mike Brookbank is here now to break things down for us. So, Mike, focusing on rapists could be the key to keeping our streets safe.
Yeah, Danita, that's what researchers at Case Western Reserve University are suggesting. They found sexual offenders who initially didn't get caught went on to commit other serious crimes. And those burglaries, robberies, and domestic violence cases costing taxpayers big bucks.
This gives us a look at sexual offenders that we haven't been able to have before.
Rachel Lavelle and her team at Case Western uncovering criminal histories of hundreds of suspected rapists.
In some sense, they are kind of like one-man crime waves.
All of them recently identified through the Sexual Assault Kit Initiative.
You could see that there was just really extensive criminal histories that they had, and they weren't just for offenses that were related to sex crimes.
Many of the crimes occurring after the initial contact with their victim.
There's a greater opportunity to reduce crime across the board, not just for sexual offending, but for all types of offending.
We should be in the business of preventing crimes rather than just being reactive.
Lavelle says 95% of the offenders she looked at had racked up at least one felony arrest following an assault.
Crimes like burglary, robbery, drug offenses, and domestic violence in particular.
Assistant Cuyahoga County Prosecutor Richard Bell tells me these findings are a wake-up call for police.
They need to know where to put their resources. The more attention that you give to the investigation of these rapes, the more that you're going to prevent future crimes.
Because if these previous offenders were locked up,
you know that they're not going to be committing those crimes for that 10-year period.
The prosecutor's office estimates those subsequent crimes have so far cost Cuyahoga County taxpayers more than $500 million.
That's a serious number.
What is even more alarming to Lavelle is that just 1/3 of the suspected rapists they looked at had a previous arrest for rape.
So that means that 2/3 of these never had an arrest for rape in their criminal histories, although they're tied now to this sexual assault, which is an indicator of just how much undetected sexual offending there is.
This discovery of sexual offenders being serial criminals echoes the message their victims repeatedly share.
They've been telling society for a long time that these are violent individuals. No one has really been listening. And so hopefully the data can be used as a way to further support that and say, no, look, these are violent offenders across the board.
And so far, the testing of backlogged rape kits in Cuyahoga County has led to the indictment of more than 750 people. I'm told each one on average will serve a 10-year sentence, which is expected to save the county $38 million. But most importantly, it means there's one less sexual offender on the streets. In the studio tonight, Mike Brookbank, News 5.